Ladies and gentlemen, it's time we had a serious conversation about something that holds us back from living our fullest lives, worrying about what others think. Now, I know it's easy to get caught up in seeking approval, worrying about judgment, or trying to fit into other people's expectations. But here's the truth: you can't be free if you're constantly tethered to the opinions of others. The moment you stop worrying about what others think is the moment you start living your life according to your values and your vision. When you're always looking over your shoulder, wondering if people approve, you're never going to move forward. People will always have their opinions. Some will love you, others will criticize you, and some will just not care at all. You can't let that control your direction. Take the reins of your life. Remember, you're not on this earth to please everyone. If you're spending too much time worrying about what others think, you're losing precious time that could be spent focusing on your goals, your growth, and your purpose. It's time to shift the focus from external validation to internal satisfaction. When you know who you are and where you're going, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. Let them have their opinions. You don't need to seek permission. Stand firm in your own belief and move forward with confidence. The next time you're tempted to doubt yourself because of someone else's judgment, remind yourself that you're the one who's responsible for your happiness. It's not up to anyone else. And in the end, when you stop worrying about others' opinions, you'll realize that the only one whose approval matters is your own. Stop looking to others for validation. It's your journey, and you must walk it with purpose and conviction. There will always be critics. Don't waste time trying to satisfy them. Focus on your goals and the people who truly support you. You cannot control other people's thoughts or opinions. What matters is how you see yourself and where you're headed. Every time you hesitate because of what others might say, you lose a moment of progress. Push past that fear. If you need approval, it should come from within. Learn to trust your own judgment and stand tall in your decisions. The most successful people don't wait for approval, they move ahead, regardless of who supports them or who doesn't. There will always be noise around you. Focus on your purpose and block out the distractions of judgment. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. Your first task is to build self-belief before expecting others to recognize it. You don't have time to waste on worrying about what others think. Every second you spend worrying is a second taken away from progress. When you know what you stand for, you'll stop seeking others' approval. Your life is built on your principles, not the opinions of others. Your life is your responsibility. No one else can live it for you. The truth is, most people are caught up in the idea that their success or happiness is dependent on someone or something else, whether it's a boss, a spouse, a friend, or even circumstances. But let me tell you, that is the biggest lie you can believe. Your future is not in anyone else's hands, it's in your hands. You're the one who gets to decide what kind of life you want to lead, and you're the one who has to show up every day to make it happen. You can't rely on others to make your dreams a reality. They might offer advice, they might criticize, they might even offer their support. But ultimately, it's you who has to make the decisions, take the risks, and do the hard work. Too many people wait for the perfect time or someone else's approval. But the truth is, the perfect time never comes. You have to take ownership of your life now, in the present moment, with all the uncertainty and challenges that come with it. Most people spend their lives in the passenger seat, waiting for someone else to drive. But you've got to get into the driver's seat of your own life. It's not always easy and it's not always comfortable, but it's the only way to create the future you want. When you take responsibility, you take control. And when you take control, you begin to shape the life you've always dreamed of. Responsibility is the key. It's about understanding that you're the one who must take action, make choices, and face the consequences, whether they're good or bad. It's about owning both your successes and your failures. You can't blame others when things don't go the way you want. You have to ask yourself, what can I do differently? What can I learn from this? That's how growth happens. At the end of the day, the most important question is not, who can help me, but what can I do for myself? You must develop the mindset that you are the creator of your own destiny, and you can't outsource that power to anyone else. Take responsibility, make the decisions, and move forward with confidence, knowing that the future is yours to create. You are not here to please everyone. The sooner you understand this, the sooner you'll free yourself from the chains of external expectations. The truth is, if you spend your life trying to please everyone around you, you'll never truly live for yourself. People will always have opinions, they'll always have judgments, and they'll always have something to say about what you're doing. But that doesn't mean you should be living your life according to their standards. You see, the world is full of people who want to tell you how to live, what to do, and where to go. But the reality is, they're not walking in your shoes. They don't know your struggles, your desires, or your dreams. They can't see the full picture of your life the way you can. So why should you let them dictate how you should live it? You're the one who has to wake up every day and face the consequences of your decisions, not them. Too many people waste precious time and energy trying to fit into molds that were never meant for them. They suppress their own desires and passions in the hope of being liked or accepted. But let me tell you, there's no power in seeking approval from others. Approval doesn't lead to success. Approval doesn't lead to fulfillment. All it leads to is a life lived on someone else's terms. Instead of trying to please everyone, focus on pleasing the most important person in your life, yourself. You need to be comfortable with who you are and trust your own judgment. No one knows what's best for you better than you do. If you let others constantly tell you how to think, how to act, and what to value, you're giving away your power. You're letting someone else control your life. Now, I'm not saying to be reckless or inconsiderate. You should treat others with respect, but your decisions should come from a place of personal strength and purpose, not from the fear of disappointing others. Don't compromise your values or your dreams just to make someone else happy. People may criticize you, and that's just part of life. The real question is, are you willing to stand strong in your own convictions, even when others don't understand? Are you willing to move forward with your vision for your life, despite what others may think? If you are, then you're on the path to success, because success is built on courage, not conformity. So remember, you're not here to please everyone. You're here to live your life fully, to pursue your goals relentlessly, and to become the best version of yourself, regardless of anyone's opinion. When you stop worrying about pleasing others, that's when you'll start living with true purpose and passion. What others think of you is none of your business. This is a powerful lesson that many people struggle to grasp. Yet it's one of the most important truths you can learn. Too many individuals waste their time and energy trying to figure out what others think of them, seeking approval, or trying to change their image to fit someone else's expectations. But here's the reality: their thoughts and opinions are completely out of your control. You can't change what someone else thinks, and frankly, you shouldn't try. When you focus on what others think of you, you're giving away your power. You become a slave to their opinions. You start second-guessing yourself, altering your decisions, and even changing your behavior, all in the hopes of earning their approval. But here's the problem: even if you try to please everyone, you'll still end up displeasing someone. It's impossible to be all things to all people. If you live your life based on trying to satisfy others' expectations, you will never be free to pursue your own path. Think about this for a moment. How many times have you held back from pursuing something because of fear of what someone might think? How many dreams have you put on the back burner because you were concerned about the judgment of others? It's a trap. And it's a trap that keeps you from living authentically, from achieving your true potential. The truth is, people will always have their own perspectives. Some will admire you, some will criticize you, and some won't even notice you at all. You can't control any of that. And even if you could, what's the point? You can only control how you see yourself and how you choose to move forward in life. What others think should never be the measuring stick for your worth or your decisions. Instead of worrying about others' judgments, focus on what you believe is right for you. Be true to yourself. Take pride in your values, your goals, and the decisions that you make. If you're living in alignment with your own principles, the opinions of others simply don't matter. Your peace of mind, your success, and your fulfillment depend on what you think about yourself, not what others think of you. This doesn't mean that you should shut out all feedback or constructive criticism. It means that you should learn to discern the difference between valuable input and meaningless noise. Most opinions are based on perceptions, biases, or misunderstandings. They are not truth, they are opinions. And opinions are often temporary and changeable. You'll never please everyone, and that's perfectly fine. When you realize that what others think of you is none of your business, you'll free yourself from the chains of external validation. You'll find the courage to take bold steps in your life, knowing that your success isn't determined by the opinions of others, it's determined by your actions, your mindset, and your commitment to your own growth. So the next time you find yourself worrying about what someone else thinks, remind yourself of this: you are in control of your own destiny. The opinions of others do not define you. What matters most is what you think about yourself and the actions you take to live the life you want to live. Don't let fear of judgment hold you back. Fear of judgment is one of the greatest obstacles that stand between you and the life you want. It's easy to get caught up in worrying about what others will think of your decisions, your actions, or your path. But let me tell you something, every great success story has one thing in common: the people who achieved them didn't let fear of judgment stop them. If you allow fear of judgment to control you, it will paralyze you. You'll second guess every decision, hesitate to take risks, and constantly wonder if others will approve. But here's the truth: people will always judge you no matter what you do. You could be successful, you could be struggling, you could be doing something completely innovative, or simply following your passion. Someone somewhere will have something to say about it. But that's their problem, not yours. Most of the time, the judgment we fear is based on assumptions, misconceptions, or outdated beliefs that others have about what success should look like. These judgments have nothing to do with your potential or your ability to achieve. When you let those judgments influence your actions, you're living your life for someone else. You're letting someone else's opinions shape your choices, your dreams, and your future. But here's what you need to understand: the people who judge you the most are usually the ones who are doing the least. Those who are busy creating, growing, and building their own lives rarely have time to criticize others. The critics are often stuck in their own limitations, and they project that onto you. So if you're listening to them, you're letting someone else's fear and doubt shape your life. Fear of judgment also holds people back from taking action. They sit on their dreams, unsure of how they'll be received, paralyzed by the idea of failure or rejection. But understand this: not taking action is the real failure. Every time you hold yourself back from doing something because of fear, you're putting off the opportunity to grow, to learn, and to get closer to your goals. You can't achieve anything if you don't take that first step, no matter how scary it might seem. If you want to live a life of fulfillment, you need to embrace courage over comfort. You have to be willing to step into the unknown, to make mistakes, and to take risks without worrying about who is watching or what they'll say. The world will always have opinions, but you must not allow those opinions to limit your possibilities. Fear of judgment is just a mental barrier, and the best way to break through it is by taking action, one step at a time, and building momentum. Remember, fear of judgment is natural, but it's also an illusion. It's not real. The people who judge you don't control your destiny. The only person who does is you. When you stop worrying about how others see you and start focusing on where you want to go, you'll unlock your true potential. The more you face that fear head on, the more confident you become in your own abilities. Every successful person has faced judgment. They've just learned how to move forward in spite of it. So the next time fear creeps in, remember this: you are the only one who can hold yourself back. Don't let the opinions of others stop you from living your life to the fullest. Don't let fear keep you from becoming who you're meant to be. Take that leap, make that decision, and embrace the freedom that comes with knowing that you're living your truth, regardless of what others think. Fear of judgment will never be as powerful as your desire to succeed. Building your own confidence is one of the most important investments you can make in your life. Confidence is not something that's handed to you. It's something you develop piece by piece through your actions, your thoughts, and your belief in yourself. You can't wait for confidence to magically appear. You have to cultivate it intentionally. The foundation of true confidence is self-belief. And that belief doesn't come from waiting for others to tell you that you're capable, or waiting for circumstances to line up perfectly. It comes from within. It's about recognizing that you have what it takes to face challenges, overcome obstacles, and reach your goals. Confidence grows the moment you decide to believe in your ability to succeed, even when the path is unclear or difficult. Too many people wait for external validation to feel good about themselves, but the truth is, external validation is fleeting and unreliable. People will praise you one day and criticize you the next. Success and approval from others are temporary, and relying on them to build your confidence is a risky strategy. Instead, focus on the internal, on building a strong belief in your own worth and potential. When you believe in yourself, you don't need constant affirmation from the outside world. Confidence is also built through action. You'll never feel confident if you're sitting on the sidelines, waiting for the perfect moment. Confidence grows as you step up, take risks, and handle life's challenges. Every time you face something that scares you and push through, you build a little more confidence. Every goal you achieve, no matter how small, reinforces the belief that you're capable and that you can handle whatever comes your way. Don't expect perfection, and don't let failure shake your belief. Confidence is not about being flawless or always succeeding. It's about knowing that you're resilient, knowing that even when things don't go according to plan, you can learn, adapt, and keep moving forward. The truly confident person is not the one who never fails. They're the one who gets up every time they fall, who sees failure as a lesson, not a setback. Another key element in building confidence is taking responsibility for your life. Stop blaming circumstances, people, or the past for where you are today. Confidence comes when you accept that you are the creator of your life. When you realize that your future is in your hands, you stop making excuses and start making progress. You don't wait for the world to change for you. You go out and change the world for yourself. Surrounding yourself with the right people is also crucial. You become like the people you spend the most time with, so choose your company wisely. Be around people who uplift you, challenge you, and believe in you. When you surround yourself with positive, ambitious people, their confidence will inspire you to believe in yourself. On the other hand, if you're constantly around those who criticize or put you down, your own confidence will be eroded. Ultimately, confidence is a habit, and like any habit, it requires consistent effort. Take small steps every day to build your confidence, whether it's learning a new skill, setting and achieving a goal, or simply taking better care of yourself. The more you do this, the more natural confidence will feel. It's not about waiting for a moment of perfect confidence. It's about deciding to believe in yourself and taking action, even when you don't feel 100% sure. In the end, building confidence is not just about believing that you can achieve big things. It's about trusting yourself, handling whatever life throws at you, and knowing that you are the one who holds the key to your success. So start today. Take that step, build that belief, and the confidence will follow. Success is about moving forward, not pleasing others. If you make the mistake of living your life trying to please everyone around you, you'll quickly find that you're not moving towards success at all. You're just spinning your wheels. The truth is, pleasing others won't get you closer to your goals, and it certainly won't bring you lasting fulfillment. It may make others happy in the short term, but it leaves you frustrated, unfulfilled, and stuck. Success is about progress. It's about taking consistent steps in the right direction, even if those steps sometimes make others uncomfortable. The world will always have opinions about what you should do, how you should do it, and when you should do it. But if you focus all your energy on living for someone else's approval, you'll end up wasting time that could be better spent on your own growth and achievements. You have to realize that not everyone will support your journey. And that's perfectly okay. In fact, some of the people closest to you may not understand your path or may even criticize you for it. But you have to be willing to move forward regardless. The most successful people aren't the ones who sought to make everyone happy. They're the ones who stayed focused on their vision, even when others didn't see it. When you let go of the need for approval, you free yourself to take the actions that will lead to true success. The more you chase approval, the less authentic your journey becomes, and the farther you drift from the life you're meant to create. You have to make decisions based on your values, your dreams, and your own sense of purpose, not based on what will make others comfortable. Success requires courage, the courage to stand by your choices, even when they don't align with others' expectations. Moving forward means facing challenges and overcoming obstacles, and that's often a lonely road. The path to success is not a straight line, and it's certainly not crowded with people cheering you on at every turn. You have to push through uncertainty, ignore the naysayers, and stay committed to the work you're doing, even if no one else understands why you're doing it. The rewards will come not because you sought approval, but because you stuck to your course no matter what. Success is also about building the resilience to keep going even when others don't believe in you. You're going to face moments where the people around you may doubt your abilities, question your plans, or tell you that your goals are unrealistic. But that's when you need to press forward the hardest. The most successful people are the ones who refuse to let the opinions of others stop them from pursuing their dreams. They keep moving forward because they know that their success doesn't depend on the approval of others. It depends on their own actions and belief in their vision. When you focus on moving forward, you start to see every challenge as an opportunity to grow, every setback as a lesson to be learned, and every decision as a step closer to the life you want to build. Success is not about doing what others expect of you. It's about creating a life that you're proud of, a life that reflects your values, your work ethic, and your dedication to your goals. At the end of the day, the people who truly matter, the ones who are meant to be in your life, will respect you for your commitment to your own path. They may not always understand every decision you make, but they will respect your drive, your ambition, and your willingness to take risks for what you believe in. So stop waiting for others to tell you that you're on the right track. Stop seeking permission and approval. Move forward with confidence, knowing that your success is determined by your actions, your persistence, and your willingness to stay true to your own vision. When you stop trying to please everyone, you'll start achieving the things that truly matter, and that's when success begins to follow. Learn to ignore distractions. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. We're constantly bombarded with information, notifications, and interruptions that pull our attention away from what really matters. Whether it's the lure of social media, the noise of other people's opinions, or the temptation to procrastinate, distractions have the power to derail our progress if we let them. But the key to success is not in multitasking or juggling every demand on our time. The key is learning how to focus on what matters most and block out everything else. Distractions are one of the most insidious enemies of success. They drain your energy, waste your time, and prevent you from making the progress you need to reach your goals. It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of busyness, answering emails, checking social media, attending meetings that don't move the needle, but all of this can leave you feeling like you're doing a lot but accomplishing very little. The first step in overcoming distractions is realizing that you have the power to control where you direct your attention. You don't have to engage with every notification or respond to every demand placed on you. You have to be deliberate with your time and your energy. Start by identifying what truly matters to you, what your priorities are, and give those things the focus they deserve. Everything else is just noise, and noise doesn't deserve a place in your life. Focus is not about doing more, it's about doing less but doing it better. Instead of being pulled in 1,000 directions, train yourself to direct all your attention to the task at hand. The more you learn to ignore distractions, the more productive and successful you will become. Distractions only have the power that you give them. If you decide that your time is too valuable to be wasted on unnecessary interruptions, then you'll start to make real progress. Another key to ignoring distractions is setting clear boundaries. People are often distracted by the demands of others. They answer every phone call, respond to every text, and attend every meeting, even when it's not necessary. Set boundaries around your time and protect your focus. Let people know when you are available and when you're in deep work mode. The most successful people understand the importance of their time and make it a priority. They protect their focus with discipline, knowing that every moment spent on a distraction is a moment lost toward achieving their dreams. Distractions are also more insidious because they often come disguised as urgent matters. It might seem like responding to that email immediately is essential, but in reality, most distractions are not as important as they seem. Learn to differentiate between urgency and importance. Urgent tasks often require quick responses but don't necessarily contribute to your long-term success. Important tasks, on the other hand, may require sustained effort and focus, but they are the ones that move the needle in your life. Success is found in the ability to identify and prioritize the important over the urgent. It's also critical to create an environment that minimizes distractions. This might mean turning off your phone during certain hours, decluttering your workspace, or creating a schedule where you dedicate uninterrupted time to your most important tasks. When you make your environment conducive to focus, it becomes much easier to ignore the distractions that are constantly vying for your attention. You also need to build the mental muscle to resist distractions. It takes discipline and practice to focus for extended periods, but the more you do it, the stronger your focus becomes. Over time, you'll notice that distractions have less and less control over your productivity. And when you're working on something that truly matters, you'll find that the sense of satisfaction from progress and achievement far outweighs the temporary satisfaction of giving in to distractions. Remember, every successful person has learned to master the art of ignoring distractions. They've realized that the cost of losing focus is too high, and that success comes from consistent, uninterrupted effort toward what truly matters. Distractions are everywhere, but they don't have to control you. When you take charge of your attention and focus on the right things, you'll see how much more you can accomplish and how quickly you can move toward your goals. So stop letting distractions steal your time and your energy. Get clear about your priorities, set boundaries, and create an environment that helps you stay focused. When you do this, you'll notice how much more productive you become, how much faster you move toward your goals, and how much more successful you will ultimately be. Change starts within. If you're waiting for the world to change before you do, you'll be waiting a long time. True transformation begins in your own heart, in your own mind, and in your own actions. The key to lasting change lies not in changing the world around you, but in changing yourself. When you change the way you think, the way you act, and the way you approach life, you'll see the world change in ways you never thought possible. The reality is, you can't control external circumstances. You can't control what other people do. You can't control the economy, and you can't control how life unfolds. But what you can control, what you have the power to change, is you. When you change yourself, your mindset, your habits, your behaviors, everything around you will begin to shift. This is the foundation of personal growth. One of the first steps in creating change is recognizing that your current situation is a result of your past choices. This is a powerful realization because it means that the power to change your future is in your hands. You can't blame the past, the economy, or other people for where you are today. If you want a different outcome, you need to start making different choices. The future belongs to those who are willing to take responsibility for their lives and make conscious decisions that align with their goals. Change is a process. It doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen with intention. Every small step you take toward improving yourself brings you closer to the life you want. It's about consistency, not perfection. Every positive action you take compounds over time, and even if you don't see immediate results, you're laying the foundation for future success. Small changes made consistently lead to big results. Whether it's changing your morning routine, improving your physical health, or developing new skills, each change you make internally will eventually manifest in your external world. Mindset plays a massive role in this process. If you want to change your life, you must first change the way you think. The way you view challenges, failure, and success will directly affect the way you approach them. A negative mindset will keep you stuck in self-doubt and fear, while a positive, growth-oriented mindset will propel you forward. When you believe that you are capable of change, you start to take actions that lead to growth. You stop seeing obstacles as roadblocks and start seeing them as opportunities to learn, adapt, and get better. Another critical aspect of change is taking responsibility for your actions. No one else is going to fix your problems or make your dreams a reality. It's up to you to make the necessary changes in your life. Stop waiting for someone to rescue you or for things to magically improve. If you want something different, you have to do something different. The moment you stop blaming circumstances and take responsibility for your choices is the moment your life begins to shift. One of the hardest parts of change is overcoming fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown, they're all real obstacles. But fear is not something to avoid. It's something to face. Every successful person has had to confront their own fears and doubts. The key is not to eliminate fear, but to learn how to move forward in spite of it. When you embrace change, fear becomes a sign that you're growing. It means you're stepping out of your comfort zone, and that's where real transformation happens. As you begin to change internally, it's important to surround yourself with people who encourage that growth. The people you spend the most time with will influence your mindset and behaviors. If you're surrounded by those who settle for mediocrity or who resist change, it will be much harder for you to make lasting progress. Seek out those who inspire you, who challenge you, and who are on a similar path of growth. The right people will lift you up, and together you'll move toward greater success. Ultimately, change starts within because you are the only one who can take control of your life. It's not about waiting for the perfect circumstances or the right time. It's about making the decision to change today. Change happens when you decide that you are worth the effort, that your goals matter enough to pursue, and that you have the strength to overcome the challenges ahead. When you change yourself, you change the trajectory of your life. You stop waiting for the world to give you opportunities, and instead you create them. You stop blaming your circumstances and take charge of your future. The power to create the life you want is within you, and it all starts with changing the way you think, the way you act, and the way you approach the world. If you want to see a different result, become a different version of yourself. Because when you change within, everything else begins to change as well. Time is valuable. It's one of the few things in life that you can never get back. Once a moment passes, it's gone forever, and it's gone with every second that ticks away. Yet so many people treat time as if it's an endless resource, something to be wasted or taken for granted. The truth is, how you spend your time determines the quality of your life. Time is the one thing you can never buy more of, so how you use it today will shape your future tomorrow. Time is not just a measure of the hours in a day, it's an investment. Every action you take, every decision you make is an investment of your time. When you spend time on things that don't align with your goals, you're wasting one of the most precious resources you have. On the other hand, when you spend your time wisely on growth, on learning, on creating, on working toward your dreams, you are building the future you desire. You see, everyone has the same 24 hours in a day, but what separates the successful from the unsuccessful is how those hours are spent. The difference between mediocrity and excellence comes down to time management. You can't afford to waste time on trivial matters, on distractions, or on things that don't move you closer to your goals. You have to make every minute count because time never waits for anyone. The challenge is that time often feels like it's slipping away, especially when you're busy and overwhelmed. But what's important is not how busy you are, it's whether what you're doing is actually moving you forward. You can be busy and still not be productive. There's a difference between being busy and being effective. So ask yourself, is what I'm spending my time on today contributing to my long-term vision? If not, then it's time to make some adjustments. The way you value time is also a reflection of how you value yourself. If you truly believe in your own potential and in the importance of your goals, you'll make time for what matters most. When you recognize that every moment is an opportunity, you start to treat time with the respect it deserves. You stop procrastinating, stop wasting time on things that don't matter, and start focusing on the activities that will get you closer to where you want to go. One of the most powerful ways to value time is to be intentional with it. Don't leave your day to chance or let it be consumed by random events. Take control of your time by scheduling your priorities. Plan your day around the activities that will bring you the most value, the ones that move you closer to your goals. Whether it's time for personal development, business growth, or spending time with loved ones, prioritize what matters and protect it fiercely. Time is like money. You can spend it however you want, but once it's gone, it's gone. Another way to maximize your time is to eliminate distractions. There are countless things that demand our attention, but not all of them are worth our time. Whether it's unnecessary meetings, excessive social media, or time spent worrying about things outside of your control, distractions can eat up your day without you even realizing it. The key is to recognize what's truly important and block out everything else. When you eliminate distractions, you give yourself the space to focus on the things that truly matter. Time is also a valuable resource when it comes to building relationships and networking. You can't build strong relationships if you're not willing to spend time with the right people. Whether it's mentors, business partners, or family, investing your time in people who uplift you and challenge you is one of the smartest things you can do. The people you surround yourself with have a direct impact on your success, so invest your time wisely in the relationships that matter most. But perhaps the most important thing to remember is that time is not just about doing more, it's about doing what matters. Success isn't about working harder or longer, it's about working smarter. It's about focusing your energy on the activities that will bring you the greatest return on investment. The most successful people don't spend all their time working, they spend their time on the things that will help them achieve their vision with purpose and intention. Every day you wake up, you have a choice. How will you use your time? Will you squander it on things that don't matter, or will you invest it in creating a future that aligns with your deepest desires? Time is valuable, and the way you choose to spend it is the most important decision you'll ever make. So don't wait for the perfect time to start now. Use your time wisely, because your future is being shaped by what you do today. Make decisions based on your values. Every day you're faced with decisions, some big, some small, that shape the course of your life. The choices you make today determine who you'll become tomorrow, and the key to making the right choices is grounding them in your values. When your decisions align with what you truly believe in, you create a life that is authentic, fulfilling, and on track with your long-term vision. But when you make decisions based on external pressures, fleeting desires, or the expectations of others, you risk losing sight of what really matters.